Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today is doing the mid-market analysis. Right now it's about 12:15. See, after the US futures recovered a lot, right, based on whatever the rate hike they had, it was as expected. So that's the reason the yesterday the US market was high. Because of that, we ended up getting a gap up. And as of now, if I just turn on the CPR, we we are still trading within the CPR. That's why a little bit of sidewaysness is there. And if I show the 5 minute, there was one beautiful short opportunity here when the pink line is the 200 EMA. When we tested the 200 EMA, got this two inverted hammer and kind of like an evening star. This was a good short opportunity, like a short scalp until the CPR. This was the only good trade until now. And as of now, we have come within the CPR and we are stuck. Let me just close all this. See, we have once again taken morning where we had this kind of like a sideways move, right? We have again taken a support there. And a good shot can be only if this level breaks. That is 35,540. This is what I'm looking for. Then we can see a fall until 35,300 if the break happens. We also have the CPR bottom here at 35,420. That is one thing, one view if the market slips on the downside for Banknifty. But what is little concerning is the open interest. Yesterday we saw a huge open interest on the call side, right? Now if I see the change in OI for today, there's a lot of put writing that has been done. The resistance as of now at 12:15, it is at 35,800. Then on the put side, we have strong support at 35,700 and even 600 and even until 500. So breaking 500 would be difficult as of now based on the open interest, and breaking 800, if I can mark 800. See, 800 is again where we have maximum resistance on the upper side. Now I'll just get rid of these two lines and just put only the CPR level. See, we are neither close to the previous day low to buy, we are neither close to the previous day high to short, and we are pretty far off from the R1 also. So we could be in a pretty sideways move is what I'm expecting. But a good up move based on this open interest, right? Looks like we could end up challenging this 35,800 and probably hit at least 36,000. That's what it looks like, because on the bottom, on the put side, we have a lot of OI. Even on this sensible option chain, if you see here on the 36,000, on the 37,000, you have 27 here, you have 21 here, and on 35,600, you have 26, 10, and on the upper side, on 35,800, you have 33, and here only 14. So 38,800 is looking difficult, and on the bottom side 35,500 is looking difficult. It looks like we could expire between 800 and 500 as of now, but it's only 12:15. A lot can change at around 1:30. So what I'm looking for is in Bank Nifty, I'll definitely be a buyer if this level breaks, that is 36,000 R1, and also if this 200 EMA on 5 minute chart breaks on the upper side. See, in the morning we took beautiful resistance and got a dip. So the next up move, if this breaks significantly along with this R1, right, like 36,000 breaks, probably we can see a move until at least this trend line, or 36,300 is also possible only if this breaks. And on the downside is this CPR pivot breaks, we could get a dip and fill this gap. We have a gap here, this gap up, right? If this breaks, probably we can fill this gap. Other than that, I don't see a pretty wild move today happening based on the open interest as of now. And just looking at the Nifty 15-minute chart, let's just close everything. Nifty once again over here we had a nice sell-off. We'll see if there was any EMA. There was nothing much, any CPR level. So again Nifty is also back in CPR, which could be pretty sideways. Let's look at the Nifty open interest. So there's a very good resistance at 16,900 and a very good support at 16,800. 16,800 looks difficult to break, that is this pivot level. But if this breaks, that's when we can get a nice move on the downside, probably even fill this gap, that is if 16,800 breaks. See, based on the CPR setup, there's nothing much today as of now to take a trade based on the CPR. Probably this is one of those days where the CPR setup didn't work. Based on Camarilla setup, also nothing. Camarilla setup is if the only setup that can work today is if this level breaks, 35,900 breaks, but this is too far away target. So as expected, it is a little sideways, but some scalping moves are there which we can scalp. I bought 35,400 put for 0 to hero. No, you shouldn't buy 0 to hero trade, enter within like before 12 o'clock. It's always after 12:30, 1:30 is when, if it works, that 0 to hero trade. You bought at 20. No, this is pretty far off. I don't think it'll work today based on the open interest. See, even for 0 to hero trade to work right, a good support level should break. Only then that 0 to hero trade will work. Because if we just take based on assumption, definitely it will not work. See, now for example, for today, if this level breaks, right, that is 35,500. If 35,500 breaks, then a 0 to hero trade will work. Until then, I don't think there's any chance for a 0 to hero trade. And on the upside, if this 200 EMA breaks, that is 35,900 breaks on 5 minutes, then probably a 0 to hero trade can work in our favor. See, for this trade to work, the Bank Nifty has to take out so many support levels, that is 700, 600, 500. Then if 400 breaks is when this 400 put will work. So I think it doesn't look like it will work as of now. There's nothing much to conclude as of now as well in the market. That's why I could not post anything here. I thought of this initial bearish divergence, but even that didn't work in the morning. Only the 200 EMA worked on 5 minute. So for now in Bank Nifty, I'll be just waiting to see if the 200 EMA breaks to buy on the upper side, or if the CPR pivot breaks, that is the day's low at 35,062 breaks, probably try and short on the downside. And this trend line, the black trend line that I've drawn, is something that I'll be looking forward to. See, we could take resistance again at this level, this yellow line what I'm drawing, and we could again, if we come down, we could again take resistance at this level, sorry, support, and there's a good support at this level. So if this breaks right, then we can see a quick dip until probably 35,300 is possible. This gap fill might happen, but the pivot levels are pretty far off. Now for example, if you see S1 is at 34,830, so that is really far off. Even if this level breaks, see, and this break right, so this level is coming in at 35,900. I would wait for a 15-minute candle to break out of this trend line or 35,900, not just the 5 minutes, as we have got a pretty good sell off from here before. So that's it for now. I think we'll just have to wait if any level breaks, or we could just end up being sideways throughout the day and get the breakout or breakdown at the end, like 3 o'clock. Again, that would be not a very tradable move. So that's it with this mid-market analysis. We just have to wait either for this 200 EMA breakout or this day's low to break for getting the next scalp or a good trade. See, here it did look like we are going to break down, but we just came below 60 and bounced back. The momentum could not continue. It's 12:30. It's almost 12:30. 12:30. We can see some move, or if not, then probably we'll have to wait till 1:30.